everybody, it's Matt from RoyalCaribbeanBlog.com. Thanks for joining me here on YouTube. Be sure to check out RoyalCaribbeanBlog.com for everything Royal Caribbean related, Royal Caribbean news, information, fun, advice. It's all waiting for you at RoyalCaribbeanBlog.com. And happy Monday, everybody! Every Monday, we are live with you here on YouTube to talk about the most important thing in the whole wide world, which, of course, is a Royal Caribbean cruise. So thank you for joining us here on this Monday. Hope you're all having a great start to your week. If you're not, well, I'm sorry to hear that, but hey, Royal Caribbean chat should bring your spirits right up. We're going to have a lot of people in chat already. Chief among them, Tony Diaz is here. We've got Brogan. I see Pascal is here. Welcome, Pascal. Ken Lesko joining us. Paul Somerville, what's going on? Shayna, Marion, Karen Bartel is here. Mark Hamill joining us as well. Michelle, hello. Paul Crow, a relative new cruiser in the house. Hope you're getting excited for your first cruise, Paul, this year. Hello, everybody. Hello. Best part of a Monday, Tukes Vegas says. Yes. Guys, I love talking Royal Caribbean with all of you guys. Pardon me. And I appreciate that you guys are spending your Monday, or part of your Monday, hanging out with me, talking Royal Caribbean together. Lots to talk about today, I am sure. And let's start with Ahmed's comment, because I think Ahmed's question is a great place to start, because it's a question everybody's going to be asking anyway, which is, hey Matt, long time no see. Do you see any signs that the no-sale order might be lifted this time? Another thing that I would certainly, let me put it this way, Ahmed, it's a good question. I have not reported anything on RoyalCaribbeanBlog.com, but there's the answer is no, but there's like maybe some signs. I mean, it's impossible to know, Ahmed, and I certainly am not getting my hopes up. We've been through, after what happened last month, I am now firmly in the I'll believe it when I see it category. I want it to happen. I think it's eventually going to happen. I think the no-sale order will be lifted sooner than later, but I'm not sure it's going to happen this time around. I just don't know. I'm waiting for a sign, and the best sign I've got is two things. The Bahamas Paradise Cruise Line CEO issued a statement last week for announcing their restart of cruises in December and alluded to the fact the CDC had lifted the no-sale order, which is like, do they know something that we don't know? Or was this just like, not a typo, but I don't know. Anyway, there was that. And then, of course, you did see at RoyalCaribbeanBlog.com last week, I posted about what Royal Caribbean said that they were possibly bracing, if you will, for an announcement, but it hasn't come yet. So who knows? Queen T with our first super chat of the night is here. Queen T, have we heard anything about how Kids Club will be handled when cruising resumes? Great question. I asked Royal Caribbean this exact question, Queen T. Here is the answer, because I know that the answer is there is no answer, but I'm going to give you the exact wording as I pull up my email right now. So I asked, this is my question. I've been looking over Royal Caribbean's I've been looking over the Royal Promise new policies, but I see no mention of changes to Adventure Ocean. What sort of changes can we expect for the kids on a cruise? And this is what they wrote back. This is a direct quote from Royal Caribbean now. There will be additional changes, enhancements to the protocols for Adventure Ocean. Once we hear back from the CDC on any revisions and or additions, the exact protocols will be implemented and will be announced, and I'll be able to go into more detail of what this will look like at that point. So, it is forthcoming, Queen T. Nothing to announce right now. No, you've not overlooked anything, but there you go. Hope that makes sense. So, Jacob, hello. I think I see Don Goldstein here. Sarah Mann is here. Sarah, thank you for the giant super chat. Very, very kind of you. Thank you, Sarah. Appreciate it. Hope you're having a great Monday. Thank you. Let's see here. Nick is here from Singapore. Just booked my new Quantum sailing in Singapore. Royal charges double the price compared to what I normally pay. They may do the same on the new sailing starting in the U.S. Listen, it's supply and demand right there, Nick. But I am so excited, dude, for you to get him on board that shit. That sounds amazing. I'm super jealous, my friend. Nicholas lives in Singapore and is going on one of the first Quantum of the Sea sailings. Michael Bush, good evening from the Peach State. Hope everything is great in Georgia. Ex-Captain Mike, I lifted and shifted my August 2020 to August 2021 in May of 2020. Will I get double points? It seems to be the case. I mean, what Captain Mike is talking about, guys, is the big news of today. Royal Caribbean announced a new promotion in which they're going to offer double Crown and Anchor points. Really, we'll get into that later. But anyway, double Crown and Anchor points for cruises in 2021. So typically you get 1 point for a cruise that you sail on, and in 21, all sailings in 2021 will be eligible for an extra Crown and Anchor points. It'll be 2 points for every sailing. If you're in a suite, you'll get 3. If you're solo in a suite, then you get 4 per night. That's how it works down. It's been a big brouhaha throughout the day because they announced the promotion. Sorry, man. I don't know what's up with my throat today, but I came prepared. So they announced the promotion. The promotion came out and they basically said, "Oh, it's for new bookings." Well, people said, "Well, what about existing bookings?" All right. Well, a lot of back and forth, and Rollercoming has decided to make that applicable to all existing sailings, whether they've basically any cruise in 21 is eligible for extra Crown and Anchor Society points, which is really a big deal because this is not something we've ever really seen. The closest I can remember is back in, I believe, 2012. There was something called Diamonds in December in which they offered like extra points for, cruises in 1 month. But to offer extra Crown and Anchor points throughout the entire year, which means it makes it a lot easier to move up the Crown and Anchor Society ladder, boy, that says a lot about where Royal Caribbean is now, who they're targeting right now in terms of bookings, and what they're looking to do, what their plans are. So it is, it's incredible, I gotta say. And of course, you want more details about the promotion, we have it at RoyalCaribbeanBlog.com. Kyle, how much do the new cabanas at Karaoke cost in the summertime? The prices really do range, Kyle. If you're talking about the regular cabanas, like on the beach or at Oasis Lagoon, you're probably talking about $400 to $600, give or take. If you're going over a holiday like July 4th, expect to pay more. The Cocoa Beach Club cabanas, the floating cabanas, those cost like about $1,200 or so, give or take. Anne-Marie, any thoughts on Europe for May? Anne-Marie, I think the chances of any cruise, whether we're talking about Europe, whether we're talking about the U.S., it's all up in the air at this point until we hear more information. So, Tim, you'll be Pinnacle soon with all these bonus points. Somebody made the joke, Tim. It was like, with these double points, I'll now like shave off 1 year of the 35 it would have taken to get to Pinnacle anyway. I don't think I'll make it right there. Virginia, do both people in one set room get the points? Yes, absolutely, Virginia. Yeah, it's just the way that it was before, but they just add everybody gets an extra point right there. So, Carolyn, do you think when cruising resumes in the U.S., the cruise lines will, 1, require shore excursions only? Yes. And if so, will they then price them better? That's interesting. We don't know the answer to your second part of your question, Carolyn. The Healthy Sail Panel, which is who made all these recommendations for rules, did recommend for Royal Caribbean and any cruise line to discount its excursions to make them a little more appealing to people because they're the only game in town, but that remains to be seen if they'll actually do that, Carolyn. So we have to wait and see. Tyler, with the new double points promo, will you be booking a lot of sailings in the next few weeks? That's a good question. I am not sure, Tyler. That's an excellent question. I'm not sure if let me open the question up to you guys. Will anyone book a cruise because of the double Crown and Anchor points promo? Like, is anybody planning on now booking a cruise that wasn't going to be booking a cruise before? And if I say booking a cruise, I mean putting a deposit down, under this promo. So, Aristotle, any updates on Black Friday promos? No. Typically, Royal Caribbean does not announce its Black Friday promo details until literally the week of. And if then, there's barely any warning on it. So, yeah. Oh, Danny boy, the horns are calling, I think, is the words in the song. Where'd Danny boy go? Danny, I missed your question. Wow, I thought I only had... Oh, there we are. We're booked on Oasis of the Seas for Thanksgiving 2021. Does anyone know what Thanksgiving is like on a cruise? Yeah. Danny, I've done a couple of sailings on Thanksgiving. It's fantastic. There's decorations. The main dining room will serve its usual menu, and in addition, a special Thanksgiving menu of traditional Thanksgiving foods. It's really great. I love doing Thanksgiving. Danny boy, I've done, I think, like 4 or 5 different years I've spent now on a cruise ship for Thanksgiving. It's my favorite holidays to do. Eric, any updates or word on how they'll handle back-to-back or side-to-side cruises with having to do the negative test? No, they've not announced anything in that regard. It's a good question, but haven't heard anything about that at all. Matthew wants to know how likely is 4-nighter on Navigator in December is going to happen. there's no way to know, Matthew, because first of all, great name. Second of all, there's no way to like give you a chance, like 10%, 90%, 45%. There's no data. There's too many variables and not enough information to be able to give you any kind of sense of it. But I'll tell you this, Matthew, and this is true for everybody listening. If you are wondering if your cruise has a chance of sailing, by far, the thing you're got to be looking for is the no sail order being lifted. If the no sail order is lifted, you've got a really good chance of cruises restarting. That's the big thing. After that, everything else is just minuscule. It's really just a question of that. Mercy says, does Celebrity have Crown Anchor Society? If they do, what's its name? They do. It's a customer loyalty program, Mercy, and it is called the Captain's Club. Get the Captain's Club. So, Andy says the new promo suggests to him that Royal Caribbean is beginning to understand how customer loyalty actually works. I don't think that I want to go that far. I think you're insinuating they weren't doing a good job of it before. Far from it. I think they've always gone above and beyond, quite frankly, especially compared to other cruise lines in terms of customer loyalty. The difference, Andy, is they not only have they recognize the importance of repeat customers, but they also see that the people that are going to cruise in the beginning are going to be repeat cruisers. Me, you, probably everybody in here, right? Most people in here. Maybe not Tony Diaz, but everybody else absolutely probably they want their business to come back. That's their bread and butter. That's what's going to get them back up on their feet so that they can then go back to appealing to, first-time cruisers. But to me, and a little to your point, Andy, I think the new promo is about, number one, they're looking for revenue. They want new bookings. That's clear. Number two, they want to get you back on board. They want their loyal customers back, and they know you want to cruise. This is win-win for everybody. So they're giving. Previously, they would never have offered this kind of a deal, like pre-COVID, because there was no need for it. The cruise bookings were already up like bazillion percentage points. Cruises were always sailing full. Why would you offer a promo for a product that's already selling extremely well, right? It's like business 101. But now they're in a completely different scenario, so we're going to get a lot more lucrative deals. And I think, quite frankly, we're going to expect a lot more going forward. So, yeah, I do agree that they're being a lot more aggressive about targeting loyal, repeat customers like you and me. But it just shows that, again, they're doubling down on us, which I absolutely love. So, from a consumer standpoint, this is good news, guys. If you thought prices were getting too high, if you thought the promos weren't that good before COVID, the only good thing about all this, I wouldn't necessarily have wished for this scenario, but the only good thing is we might see a little more lucrative promotions going forward here for a little bit until really the cruise lines get back up on their feet, so to speak. So, Nicholas Musial, big problem is that it will devalue the program and perks that may have been reduced to make up for that. I don't think so. I mean, would it have mattered, Nicholas, if another, 100,000 people started cruising tomorrow and joined the program? I mean, I get what you're saying, but I don't think it devalues the program. It's not like you could sell your diamond status. It's not like you could, what's different? The only argument you can make is that, okay, Matt, the Diamond Lounge will be busier. Well, the Diamond Lounge was already busy anyway, and I always thought, using those drink coupons where you could get your drink and go to any bar or lounge and get your drinks there, to me, that was way better. Like, I love that a whole lot more variety. I get it. Some people like the social aspect of the Diamond Lounge. Fair enough. I'm not here to say that's a bad thing. But I don't agree that it dilutes the program. I think it brings more people in. This is an excellent business decision because it makes people like Andy and myself happy, right? I'm assuming you're happy with this. But they're giving loyal customers a little something, which is great. And on top of that, for new people, look, this is this is a cruise line that wants your business. I think it's great from that. Hey, Virginia Swan with the super chat, giving me a mic drop. I guess I'm dropping the mic here. Thank you, Virginia. Appreciate that. Carlos, are the drinks included in the Cocoa Beach Club if you buy that package or not? It is not. No. And these are good questions, guys. I appreciate Nicholas and Andy, sharing their thoughts here. That's what we're here to do, guys. Talk Royal Caribbean. And it's nice to have something a little different to talk about. So I love it. Brian McNichols with the double points offer. Makes me think the 21 bookings aren't as good as they've been saying. I think, knowing you, Brett, first of all, good evening. Second of all, is that a joke? If it's a joke, went right over my head. What do you mean the 21 bookings aren't as good? Can you restate your joke in the form of a statement? But good to see you. Don Goldstein, if you have to reprice, I think there's a typo there, obviously. If you have to reprice, ignoring to get the extra Crown Anchor points isn't worth it. Several of our cruises have gone up by $1,000. It appears, Don, you don't have to rebook. Originally, that would have been the thing. But they say now it applies to existing reservations. So my understanding is that that is not the case, Don. You simply need to have your Crown and Anchor number on your reservation. That's the key in order to lock it in, so to speak. So, hope that makes sense. Nick, what's the big difference between we get for extra from Diamond to Diamond Plus? You basically get a larger balcony discount. You get free 8x10 photo at the in the photo gallery. You get an extra day of Voom Wi-Fi. So under Diamond, you got 24 hours of Voom. Now you get 48 hours. That's a big deal, especially for 3-night cruises. That's a really big deal. And you also get a discount at some point in Diamond Plus, not initially, but later on you can get a discount a discount on the single supplement fee as well. So there are some. They're not nearly as significant as from Emerald to Diamond, but it's still something, and it'll be nice to have that. No question about it. So. Gigi, hey Matt, can you leave and re-enter Karaoke Thrill Water Park? And what's the lowest price you've seen? Yes, you can. You can come and go as you please. You have a wristband, or actually your CPass card does it now, so it doesn't even matter. But yes, you can come and go as you please. They just rescan you and you're good to go. So no problem there. The lowest price, I mean, back when they first opened, it was like in the 30s and 40s, but that's really very rare. I wouldn't expect that. When it comes to prices of anything, Gigi, whether it's for time at Thrill Water Park, drink packages, whatever, I would simply say, don't try to time it. Don't be like, oh, Don paid this much for it. I'm going to wait for that price to come around. You're just setting yourself for a disappointment. Book something now that looks okay to you price-wise. That way, if the price goes up, you're guarded against the price increase. But if there is a price decrease, GG, you can always cancel and rebook. No penalty. So, there you go. All right, so I see a lot of people are booking cruises because of that, which is great. Axel thinks the Diamond Lounge might get more crowded. I mean, how could you tell? It's already crowded anyway. I mean, you could be right on that. I'm not saying it's not true, but I mean, it's like, it was already crowded to begin with. So, like I said, that's why they added that option to go to different lounges and use your drink coupons there. So I think that's fantastic. Hey, Brian Harkin, are you able to go on the Helipad on Harmony? No, you're not. Not on your own. Sometimes there are special events that like the Suite Concierge or Diamond Concierge will organize, but it's not like Freedom, Voyager, or Radiance class ships where you can just walk out there whenever you like. So unfortunately, on Harmony, no, Brian. If you want to go out there, it has to be part of a special event, not just whenever you'd like to. So, sorry about that. The next best place to get a photo, though, Brian, on Harmony are the bridge wings up in the Solarium. You'll love those. They jet off to the side of the ship. Great vantage point right there. Stacy says, do you think they will eliminate the shops right at the ports where you can get souvenirs? I don't know. See, the port, my understanding is a lot of those, they have the leases, right? That's probably between the port and the whoever works there. I mean, listen, I would be shocked if they were charging anybody any rent at this point, because there's zero business coming their way. But I think, Stacey, at the very least, there probably will be a hit. I mean, even if you aren't being charged rent, you're still not making any money. And if you're a business owner, at the end of the day, at some point, you've got to make some money. And so you're probably going to have to look for elsewhere and probably close down shop over there. But I think when cruising does resume, there will be this bounce back. It may take a while. It may take years before all those shops are filled again. But it could happen. It could happen. Jay is here. Speculation. Do you think Rollercoming will add another category between Plus and Pinnacle? I do not, Jay. And I base that on what Rollercoming CEO Michael Bailey said. He was asked this question on a President's Cruise a couple of years ago. And he basically said, listen, number one, Royal Caribbean already has more tiers in its loyalty program than any other cruise line. And number two, it's working. I mean, this isn't I don't even know what an analogy would be. It's working for what it is. This isn't the, I don't know, like this. It's not that important. It's just a means that they provide pretty good perks that are out there. It seems to be working. I think generally speaking, most people like it, myself included. And I think they're fine with where it is. And it's more complicated than it needs to be. So that was his answer, Jay, sorry. I don't know if you agree with it or not, but that's what he said on a President's Cruise. Like I said, it was 2 or 3 years ago now at this point. So, Aristotle, do you think laser tag and silent disco will be suspended during the COVID times? Laser tag, yes, they've already said that. The silent disco, I am not sure, but I know karaoke is definitely also gone, Aristotle. So it wouldn't surprise me to see as well silent disco gone, for at least the time being. They said some of the theme parties may be redone. Maybe they'll have less people in there. I'm not sure, so. Jorge, Key West voting November 3rd to stop cruising altogether. Yeah, unfortunately, that legislation is up for voting for Key West residents. I hope that, excuse me, that calmer heads prevail, and I hope that they understand that the narrative being given by certain groups is just simply not true. It's a false narrative about a lot of the impact cruise ships have on Key West. I mean, this idea that the cruise ships are dumping sewage in Key West Harbor and that it's this sleepy little town, and if the cruise ships go away, then it'll go back to being this quiet little village, with that looks like, I don't know what, like, it's not like that. Key West is always a tourist town. You've got tons of people coming in from South Florida. You have an international airport on your island. It's a tourist town. Sorry. Apologies to, whoever it was, Hemingway, who had the house over there or whatever. Like, it's not 1950 anymore. Things have changed. It's still a great little place to visit. And the fact that cruise ships go there, I don't think in 2020 has that kind of impact that this narrative is given. But listen, a lot of other people seem to disagree. But again, let's hope that the calmer heads prevail in the voting. So we'll have to see on that one. I certainly know a lot of people are going to have an eye on what happens over there. Paul Somerville says the extra points just replace the points lost this year. Hey, that's a great way of looking at it. I mean, let's be honest. Most people are not booking a ton of, most people are not going to end up booking, 10 more cruises as a result of this, okay? Most people are booking one or two. They're getting double Crown Anchor points. But as Paul pointed out, I got to agree with Paul Somerville here. We lost out on almost, 10 months of cruises here. So, in the grand scheme of the universe, this is now rebalancing the wheel here. You know what I mean? So, I think it's a great point right there. And we've got some back-to-back epic super chats. First one, 12th Man Proud. Woo! Thank you, 12th Man. Hey, Matt, how are you? Would you recommend buying cruise insurance for when the cruises first start sailing? If the sailing is canceled, wouldn't you be out the insurance cost? 12th Man, thank you for the epic super chat. Cruise insurance is I think travel insurance is a good idea in general. Take COVID out of it for a second. I think it's a good idea because it protects you against a lot of other scenarios you probably don't think about. However, in my experience, 12th Man, when if your trip is canceled by the cruise line, you gotta speak with the travel insurance company. Depends on the agency. Some will actually refund you the money if you never use the product because your trip was canceled, and you obviously didn't have to use their services. So I think you'd be okay there, but it really does depend on the policy. However, I still think it's a pretty good idea. So here's what I would say, 12th Man. Number one, you do not have to buy travel insurance immediately. When you book your cruise, you do not need to buy it exactly at that time. You can always buy it later on. And you might want to wait on it a little bit. Just make a little reminder, put a calendar note. Hey, a couple of weeks before your cruise, book that travel insurance, depending on the policy when you can start it. But just keep in mind, you don't have to book it exactly when you book your cruise. You have to commit to it immediately. You know what I mean? So hopefully that helps you out there a little bit. But like I said, travel insurance may not be right for everybody, but I think that, while COVID has all of our attention right now, there are a lot of other scenarios. Slip and falls, fever, non-COVID related, the airport shutting down by you, winter storms, variety of reasons why your trip would be interrupted. And so that's really when it's really worth it. COVID is really, I think, a lot of the stuff may be, I hate to say almost secondary, but it seems that way. And Randy Patrick with the super chat. Woo! Thank you, Randy, for the super chat. 396 days till November 2021 group cruise on Harmony of the Seas, under 400 days. Brother, I can't wait. Oh, I am so excited for that, my friend. So excited. So thank you, both of you guys, and everybody, for your generosity. The super chats are just it's like the tip jar for this live chat. You don't have to do it. I don't go in here and say, I need to have that. I don't care. It's nice to have it. I certainly always appreciate the super chats. It's a nice way to give back. But thank you guys so much for your generosity. You guys, and so many of you guys, have been so generous over the months and years, and even especially during the shutdown. So I really appreciate it. Thank you guys so much. Let's see here. Tim Gallagher, did you see the trouble Carnival is in with the judge? Yikes. I did see that, Tim. Yeah, boy, I don't know how they're going to get around that problem. That's, I don't know if this is just like, you ever see like a Law and Order episode, and they kind of like, there's a lot of back and forth, like, posturing. Is this posturing or is this a real deal? I don't know. But boy, yeah, I don't know how they're going to handle that one. So, let's see here. Ron Ladowski is here. Royal Caribbean supplies Crown & Anchor benefits as a perk. It's something I do not pay for, and I'm thankful for that alone. I agree. I mean, the Crown, and this is true, I think, for all cruise lines and any loyalty program. It is a nice thing to do. It's nice that the company, in this case Royal Caribbean, wants to reward our business. I don't book cruises for the Crown & Anchor benefits. I didn't get into cruising because of it. It's a nice benefit to it. I certainly do appreciate it. And more importantly, I appreciate that Royal Caribbean, acknowledges my business. One of the things I picked up on very early was how much attention Royal Caribbean pays to its customers. I first started cruising with Disney Cruise Line. I know, it's crazy, right? But I did about 4 or 5 cruises on Disney. And Disney gives you absolutely, positively nothing for being a loyal customer. They give you some lanyard, you get no discount, you get to say that they give you a token sense of their thanks would be an understatement. They really just, it was big nothing. I thought that's how all cruise lines are. Then I came to Royal Caribbean, and I was like, you guys know I'm only gold, right? I'm a big nobody, and yet you get a bunch of stuff over here, which is fantastic. So I think it's really great that what they give you there, it's phenomenal, quite frankly. I mean, the fact that Royal Caribbean gives us free alcohol to Diamond members and above, free alcohol every night, is unparalleled in mainstream cruising. The only cruise lines that give you free alcohol are the luxury lines where you're paying the same price as a Mercedes-Benz for your cruise. You know what I mean? Carnival's not doing that. Norwegian's not doing that. I mean, it's crazy. So that in and of itself is a huge deal right there. Hey, Fred Parker's here. Any word or update on sale for drinks, etc.? I'd like to book another cruise this year to get the additional points. Good question, Fred. Has the current one expired, Fred? I've not heard anything else besides that, so I'll answer your question most directly. But no, there's been no other updates there, Fred. The current sale, expired on the 14th. So, no, Fred, I've not seen anything else. But as you know, Fred, as soon as there's an update, I will post it at RoyalCaribbeanBlog.com. So check that out. Let's see here. What other questions we got for you guys today? Steve Cohen, be honest, you went broke after selling Disney, so you went to Royal Caribbean. I'm going to be honest, dude. I definitely switched to Royal Caribbean because the pricing on Disney was redonkulous bad. I mean, it was just it was just so, it's gotten crazy. I don't know how Brian McNichols can afford to go on a Disney cruise and still live in Pennsylvania, but here he is. Brian says, without karaoke, I guess we'll have to do our Part of Your World duet in the bar. You know what? I think they'd appreciate that, Brian. I think that the crowd would definitely love, that performance there. We can totally make that happen, my friend. Brogan, when's my next cruise? Currently, it's January, I think the 16th. It's over MLK weekend. But mid-January on Brilliance of the Seas. But as you know, Brogan, if they do announce a restart, I'll be on cruises before that, not to worry. So, Jason Peterson, double points means I need to book twice. Twice as many cruises is like the responsible thing to do, right? Marion, can you explain how the free drinks work for Diamond members on Allure? Yes. So, Marion, as a Diamond member, every evening, they have set hours. It depends on the ship. It's usually around 4:30 to 8, give or take. Just go with me on it. It's you got about 4 hours or so. You have the option of 2 things, Marion. You can go to the Diamond Lounge and get unlimited drinks there between those hours. There's a set menu. It's not any drink. You can't get any type of alcohol. There's a fixed menu of drinks you can order from, and it's unlimited, and it's complimentary every night. No cost. In addition to that, Marianne, you could also go to any bar, restaurant, or lounge, tell them you're a Diamond member, and get 3 drinks per person every night. In addition, that's to help spread people out there. So you could go to the Diamond Lounge and then get your 3 drinks elsewhere. You could get 3 drinks and then go to the Diamond Lounge, or one or the other. But it works every night of the cruise. Tim Booger with the super chat. Thank you, Tim. Rollercoming just doesn't write with Crown and Anchor side. They do appreciate the return cruisers. Matt, thank you for what you do. I agree. Listen, I love what they do with the program. I know that there's some people who believe that the program has changed over the years, not for the better. I disagree with that. I don't see those things. I think a lot of people think that certain perks should be coming to Crown and Anchor members in addition, as opposed to like becoming other perks or things you can pay for. But that's a whole nother discussion. But I'm still telling, even if they took away every single other perk other than the drinks, which they won't, it's a phenomenal proposition, a value proposition, I should say. So, Nathan, I see the chat feature was added to Freedom of the Seas. In order to do so among guests, do they have to be in your reservation? No, not necessarily, Nathan. You can still add guests otherwise. I have not actually played with the chat since it ever launched on any of the ships. But my understanding is you can add other people. You just need to know their basic information, which I don't think you'll have a problem for at all. So, Brogan, thoughts on Adventure of the Seas? Great ship, Voyager class, love it. Jason's thoughts on Mariner of the Seas? Great ship, Voyager class, love it. Actually, I've gone on Mariner a lot, Jason. It's a great ship, you'll love it. They redid it recently. It's really, really nice. One of my favorites in the fleet. Captain Mike wants to know, are the cruise lines replacing the AC filters with HEPA filters to make it safer like the airlines did? Yes. Mike, check rollercomingblog.com. Last week I posted all about the air circulation on the ships. Actually, there's 2 different posts about air circulation. So, boy, if you like air duct information, I got some good blog posts for you guys. Nick wants to know, what is the difference between the normal soda package and the premium soda package? What are you talking about? There's only one soda package. Other drink packages, Nick, offer like other types of drinks beyond just soda. But there's only like one package to get only soda. Let me close my door because the kids are super loud whenever I am online and it's a little ridiculous. Brian Harkin, do you recommend WoW bands over the regular key cards? I do. I like them. They're $5. You'll waste $5 on far worse things than the WoW bands. And I think it's really great just for coming back to your room and being able to just, bring your wrist up and go right up to the door. So I love it for that reason. Hey, Michael S. is here. Matt, imagine it's the welcome aboard balloon drop on the Royal Promenade. Name your favorite disco song. Oh, man. Disco Inferno, right? Can't go wrong with Disco Inferno. Oh, man, I love it. Dude, I can't wait to get back on board. I really cannot wait to get back on board those ships. Carlos, totally off topic. What's the status of your office? The mold is gone. The guys are coming on Thursday to come rebuild the office. I'm not sure I'll be able to get there for next week. I think right now, Monday, the floor guys are coming. But this might be one of the last broadcasts in here, but it might be another week or so. I know, it's crazy, Carlos. Eric, what are they planning on doing to ensure cruising is still fun despite limiting things like karaoke, laser tag, pool, and the hot tub, etc.? And that's a good question, Eric. Rollercoming has said, and listen, we won't really know, Eric, until like the cruises actually restart. We can see with our own 2 eyes what's happening, but they're trying not to limit the experience. At the end of the day, they're selling cruise ships. They're not selling retirement homes. No offense to anybody in a retirement home, but they're not. This isn't. They recognize what their product is and what it has to be. In the same way that when Walt Disney World made changes to their protocols, I mean, at the end of the day, you're still going on rides. On cruise ships, you're still going to the pool, you're visiting great places, you're doing fun things. It's just going to be a little different. So that's the basic breakdown to that. Do you get double points on comped cruises, Charlie wants to know. I believe the answer to that, there are limitations on the double points. You're talking about the new promo, right? In the promo, let me pull up the promotion because I know a lot of people will want to know about this one. The limitations are... double points are not combinable with standard group rates, interline, travel agent, friends and family, weekly sales, events, and net rates. So, hope that answers your question there. Traveling Heartbeats. Are you guys cruising for New Year's? Let me put it this way, Traveling Heartbeats. If there are cruises to book over New Year's, not in Singapore because I can't get there, yes, absolutely. So, Tom wants to know, any idea how they'll treat 3rd and 4th new cruisers in suite for the points? Same thing, Tom. The points, guys, is before this promotion. Forget this promo for a second, okay? You had 3rd and 4th people in the room, Tom. Everybody gets the same amount of points. Same is true for this promo. It's gonna be double points for everybody. It's not relegated to certain people or not. And even if it was, it wouldn't matter because if it's your kids, they inherit your status anyway. So no, everybody gets the points. So it's like Oprah. You get a point, and you get a point, and you get a point. You're good to go right there. Brogan, which ships can you use your smartphone as your key card? Oasis and Ovation, I know have that. It has it as well. Next question. Mark, did the person claim Monopoly giveaway? Yes, the second person did. Yeah, the first person didn't claim it. The second one did it almost like within an hour of me sending the email. So, yeah, that Monopoly's long gone. Sorry. It's in somewhere else. Daryl, how is Rollercoming going to handle who gets sale with reduced capacity? It's a good question. We don't know the answer yet. Rollercoming is still figuring it out. I think I have an answer. Let me give you the quote on that one. This is what they said about that exact question. So I'm going to repeat the question. This is from Daryl Brown. How is Rollercoming going to handle who gets the sale with reduced capacity? And Rollercoming said this. This is a quote from a strategic account manager at Rollercoming. This is a scenario that we are aware of and looking into. Once we can pinpoint the exact capacity per ship, we will be able to discuss this process in more detail. More details to come once we hear back from the CDC. So it's kind of one of those things where they'll let us know. Hey, Sherry is here. Hello, Sherry. Welcome. Good to see you joining us. Welcome. Andy, hello. Captain Sable, main dining room is here. What's going on with the upkeep of Coco Key? Are employees still living on the island? Yeah, so there was a blog post a while ago about what is happening at Coco Key right now during the shutdown. Long story short, and you can find the blog post at rollercomingblog.com. Long story short, they're still working on it. They're still maintaining it. There is still a bit of a skeleton crew that kind of keeps it up. Actually, if you go to rollercomingblog.com and click on Coco Key, Perfect Day Coco Key in our main menu, the first link there from August 7th explains exactly what is happening. But he said that Royal Caribbean CEO Michael Bailey said, we have an operating team that rotates through Perfect Day and the maintenance and management and engineering. We've also been conducting a fairly significant repair that we had to do in Oasis Lagoon. So they're definitely taking care of it. Jen M is here. The 2 times points deal got us to book a cruise today. Then it's working. It is working. What did you book? Brian Harkin, my wife wants to know your opinion of the key. Brian, I have a video on this channel, my YouTube channel here, why I explain why I don't think it's worth it. Now, if something changes, I'll amend that video, but as of right now, I don't think it's worth it. I think you're overpaying for stuff. You don't need to get it. And the video is why I don't like the key, or why I don't recommend the key, or something like that. Look at that video. It's on our YouTube channel, and you'll have the answer to that one. But I don't recommend it. Let's see here. Lori, we are feeling such hostages for our December cruise. Can't rebook something else without penalties for this cruise. Lori, why can't you take advantage of cruise with confidence or lift and shift? Why can't you just move it? You could. There's absolutely no reason you can't cancel it or lift and shift it to another reservation, unless you have a casino rate. And if you have a casino rate, you're not paying full price for your cruise. You already got to steal the deal, so you shouldn't feel like hostages. You got an amazing deal, and there'll be more amazing casino rate deals. But you can absolutely, if you have a regular reservation, not a casino rate reservation, you can absolutely, cancel it, get a 100% future cruise credit. You can use lift and shift to move it. So there's no reason, unless you have a casino rate, to be able to not be able to move it. Jamie's here. When will the first newsletter go out? Oh, there's been a couple, Jamie. I've done it the last 3 weeks, I believe. I've been doing them on Friday. So did you not get it? Because they definitely been going out. XS wants to know Labadee or Coco Key. Boy, today, Coco Key. If this were a couple of years ago, I would have said Labadee without a shadow of a doubt. But they've done with Perfect Day Coco Key is amazing. Amazing. Hey, Sophie Burns is here. Welcome. David wants to know, will the Quest show still happen on the cruise now? It's a great question, David. It wasn't on the list of things that are going to change, but clearly Rollercoming has demonstrated that certain events just can't happen. Whether the Quest is one of them or not, I don't know. They may change it. Remains to be seen. But it wasn't on the list. For what it's worth, the answer is it doesn't appear to be canceled. It still appears to be on track. But again, they haven't confirmed every single little change yet. Some of these things like the Quest, I mean, that's really down the totem pole in terms of, I think, priorities, things they're trying to figure out. But we'll have a better sense of that and a lot of other questions probably, I'm sure, once cruises actually resume. So, Amy Clute is here. Amy, it's good to see you. Man, I haven't seen you in forever. Jen M and I booked a cruise on Liberty this season out of Galveston. The Jamaica Grand Cayman route booked with Charlotte MEI Travel. I was talking to Charlotte earlier today. I'm going to send her a message after to say, hey, I just talked to your clients, Amy and Jen M. And they say hello. That's awesome. Thank you for supporting our sponsor, MEI Travel. Sir Yankee, what is the best restaurant or food venue? The one you're happening to be dining at. I love the main dining room. You know, Uzumi Hibachi, Sabor, my favorites, man. Love that. Mark the Shark is here. What's up, Mark? Queen T says, I cannot wait for December 2022 itineraries to be released, hopefully on schedule. Nice. Diane says, who gets to go in the concierge room on Anthem of the Seas, and will they have it available? As far as I know, the answer is yes, it'll be available. People that have access to the concierge are suite guests, and I believe Pinnacle guests as well. Diamond Plus, go to the Diamond Lounge. Carl, do you think cruising on Symphony from Miami in February 21 will happen? I wish I could really tell you, my friend. I really don't know. I mean, all sailings, Carl. This is not like, pick a sailing, dude. I can't. All of them are like, I don't know. It's possible, but I don't know how to gauge it, whether it's 1% possible or 99% possible. We have to kind of wait and see. Oren G with a super chat. Thank you, Oren, for the super chat, my friend. Thank you for your support. Really appreciate it, Oren. Thank you. Happy Monday to you, my friend. Thomas Hooley is here. I just booked the Oasis today for May 23rd, 2021, out of Cape Liberty. Nice, dude. Double Crown and Anchor points. If none of my cruises were canceled, I would be Diamond Plus. Well, now you get to make up for it with double points. Man, guys, think about this. Like, this time next year, hopefully we'll be cruising for a long time already. And second of all, we'll have a lot of Crown and Anchor points to throw around there, which is great. Hello, Tara T. Welcome. Joe Albright, we have 3 cruises canceled. Hard to get excited for a cruise in February. Hope you'll cruise again. And I agree, Joe. Listen, I've had 13. I don't know which way is backwards, but 13 canceled cruises so far, and it stinks. And I gotta tell you, I feel like a jilted lover. I feel like, you know, if this were a rom-com movie, Joe, I would be like, I can't open my heart up again. I don't want to get broken again, right? And like, you've got, you know, Tony Diaz who's saying, Matt, you need to love again. You need to sing again. And then I go into my Air Supply song. I'm all out of love. I'm so lost without cruises. I can't stay away. I just wanted so long. I'm all out of cruises. I want to go back on board. Something. So. It's a long way for a song. Tara T with the super chat. I'm guessing that Tara loves my singing, and we should keep going there. Tony, those words will never come out of my mouth. Stacy Lamb, if you do a lift and shift from this year to next, will you get double points? If it's in 2021, the answer is yes. Yes. If you do 22, I wouldn't expect that to be the case. Nathan, why do you suppose they chose to close the Windjammer for dinner? Is it historically underutilized for dinner? No, but I think they're anticipating far less demand for it when a ship that's only half full of people. There's not going to be a need for it. So it has nothing to do with that, I don't think. I think it's more about the fact that they don't see the demand for it. Holy smokes! Cruise Tips TV is here. Sherry, guys, we have a celebrity here. Like, legit. Move away. There's Beyonce, and then there's Sherry, and Sherry's probably a little higher than Beyonce. From Cruise Tips TV, what is going on, Sherry? Man, miss you. Hope we can talk again soon. Oh, gosh. Oh, I miss. Sorry, I have to have a moment here, guys. If I was a teenage girl, I'd be like, oh my God, you guys, it's happening, OMG. Love Sherry. Sherry is my, she's my idol, man. And when I grow up, I want to be like Sherry. Mercy, we have been booked since March on Symphony of the Seas for August. Will this count for double points? We've been booked since March. Yes. Existing bookings in 2021. That's the only caveat. And Mercy, you need to have in your on your reservation your Crown and Anchor Society number. Susan Westfall with the super chat. Thank you, Susan. Counting down to the Norway group cruise. If you're not cruising by then, the industry is in big trouble. Susan, if we're not cruising by July, I'll be crying every Monday here on YouTube. My goodness, I am so excited for that cruise, Susan. First time in Europe. I can finally talk to Sherry and be like, yes, I know what you're talking about because I've been to Europe one time. That makes me an expert, right? She'd be like, Matt, you're so funny. I got to go to the dollar store now, which is 3 hours from my house in California. Jack, are there any restrictions on foreign parts regarding masks? Parts or ports? I think you mean ports. If you're talking about foreign parts, I don't work at Napa, so I'm not sure I can really help you with that one. Do you mean ports? Like, do you have to wear your mask in port? I think it's recommended. I'm not exactly sure. Yeah, ports. Okay, that's what I thought. I'm like, foreign parts. Yeah, I don't remember exactly if there's a specific recommendation. I know that there were recommendations, I think, from the Healthy Cell panel, but I don't recall one specifically for the tours themselves, but it remains to be seen right there. Tiffany says, Tiffany loves Sherry. She is the best trivia. Sherry's amazing. I mean, she is like, guys, when it comes to YouTube cruise chat, she is the best at what she does right there. She is the best in the business. Sherry is driving right now, can't type in chat, but know that I'm listening inside. Aw, Sherry's talking to us from her Mazda Miata, top down, driving through, not Southern Cali, but somewhere in California, going 2 hours to her dollar store, and stopping by here. Love it. Ron Ladowski, here's a super chat if you promise to stop singing. All right, Ron, I will not sing for the next 5 minutes. How about that? Thank you, Ron, for the super chat. Tiffany, sorry I'm late getting on here. I have 2 cruises scheduled for 2021 through a travel agent. Do I need to cancel Rebook to get double points? No, you do not, Tiffany. Just make sure your travel agent has on your reservation the Crown and Anchor, your Crown and Anchor number on the reservation. Now, there is one likely scenario, guys, in which you will not be able to. Actually, I'm gonna share 2 things you should know about this double points offer. Number 1. In order to use the double points offer, you cannot be booked in a group. Now, you might be saying, well, man, that's fine. I'm not booked in a group. But make sure you're not booked in a group. What does that mean? Well, in a lot of cases, travel agents will try to get you the best possible deal out there. And in some scenarios, they will find there are groups available through their travel agency. Oh, there's a group already on that sailing. There's a lower price. Bam, I'm going to help out Ron Ladowski and get him a better price. So you may not know it. Ask your travel agent, if you're booked in a group rate. As long as you're not in a group rate, that's good. Second thing, and this may change, but as of right now, it appears to be the case. You cannot, if you elect for double Crown and Anchor points, you cannot then also get your Crown and Anchor discount. What does that mean? If you have a Crown and Anchor discount or a rate on your cruise, you cannot get double Crown and Anchor points, or you have to pick one of the two. You can't have them both. Now again, could that rule change? Sure, because we've seen a lot of these rules change for this specific promo just today. But keep that in mind when it comes to this promotion. The first part, the group thing, most people this will not affect. The only people that it might affect it is if you booked your cruise through a big website. A lot of those big websites tend to have like group rates. You might not know it. Double check that. The other one about the Crown and Anchor discount, especially for balcony rooms, is very common. So also look for that. So, I think Tiffany was asking me, what else do I have to do? And the only thing you have to do is put your Crown and Anchor number on your reservation. But it did remind me there are 2 major caveats to not getting the discount. So, or not the discount, the points. So look at your reservation, double check with it, see which is a better deal for you right there. Keith, so does double points include suites? It does, yes. Then you get triple points, Keith. Not the word double is very misleading because people say, oh, you get 4. No. You get an extra point per night, Keith. So, but yes, absolutely, my friend. Absolutely includes suites as well. Captain Sable, do you have a date yet when Cruise Tips TV and Royal Caribbean blog group cruise is? You got to talk to the busy. Listen, I am just a peon, okay? Sherry is like the grand poobah, okay? She's like the big celebrity. She's a star. And, she's probably hobnobbing it in Beverly Hills and then off to Aspen and then taking her Learjet up to Nova Scotia just to see the lunar eclipse of the sun, right? She's not so vain, but she's very busy. Listen, I'll just show up to her cruise and I'm like, hi, Sherry, how are you? Yes, Sherry, absolutely. You want coffee, Sherry? I'll be right back. Love Sherry. Jen, does that apply to our Rollercoming blog group cruise next year? It very well could, yes. Now listen, I would tell you this, Jan, if you're freaking out about it, because I had a little moment of this as well. But here's what's remember, Jan. At the end of the day, you're getting a better deal. Like, the fact that you're saving money is probably more important than, like, an extra couple points. I'll be honest with you. Now listen, it'd be nice to get those points. Don't get me wrong. But yes, group rates don't apply for it. So make sure you make sure you are aware of that. Now, yeah, I just don't. In the case of group rates, you should be saving a significant amount of money by being in a group. Then, obviously you could rebook and book with MEI Travel and, rebook today at prevailing rates, but I think you're probably going to end up paying more. So keep that in mind. Come on, Sherry. I haven't had a chance to work out these Sherry jokes in a while. I got it. The Mazda Miata one. I almost forgot about that one, but it's back, baby. We're back. Nick, I've been waiting 2 weeks for my 125% Future Cruise credit. Still have not received it yet. Nick, which cruise was that? Which round of cancellations was that for? Because when every time that Royal Caribbean cancels its cruises, they have a new, like, everyone who was in this group, your Future Cruise credits come on this date. So you might not be at that date yet, Nick. But I don't recall which cancellation were you in. Pork wants to know, is Quantum of the Seas one of the bigger ships, and where does it compare to other ships? Yes, it is a big ship. It's a Quantum class ship. It's a big boy. There's no doubt about that. So it's a big one. Tom Hooley with the super chat. Thank you. Tom says, we love the drinks and cooking Sherry does on her show. Matt, when are you going to cook on your show like Sherry? First of all, there is no copying Sherry. I'm not even talking about her massive legal team. I'm talking about one does not copy. Sherry, there is no copying Sherry. Second of all, if you guys think my singing is bad, wait till you see my cooking. I'll be like, hey guys, we're going to make peanut butter and jelly. And we'll go through at least, a couple loaves of bread here. I am not a cooker like Sherry. Sherry does an amazing... Actually, let me tell you this guy. I'm going to put it this way, Tom. My wife will watch a Sherry live broadcast. And she'll be like, how come your office doesn't look as good as hers? How come your lighting doesn't look as good as yours? And I'd be like, whose side are you on? Sherry's, I guess. Travis Frost is here. Travis wants to know, when a vaccine is found, do we think cruising will be back to what we knew? Not exactly, Thomas. I think number one, I do believe, listen, a vaccine will have an impact on our world, right? I mean, it's going to reduce the numbers. It may not be like, I don't think it's going to wipe out coronavirus off the bat, okay? But it is going to bring, at the very least, I think it is going to do what we're all mostly looking for, which is to bring coronavirus down from a public health emergency down to whatever it is below public health emergency, not a public health emergency. And as a result of that, a lot of other things can change then. Then the entire world is not on like, oh gosh, when's the next outbreak? It can bring the numbers down to a point where it's a lot more manageable. And then yes, Travis, I think some things will start to kind of come back to normal in a sense. But to say, when will it go back to like pre-COVID world? That may take years, Travis. I'm not sure. There may be multiple vaccines that come out, different treatments. But I don't think that a month after the vaccine exists, unless the vaccine literally will wipe it out in the same way like the polio vaccine came out and you take polio and then you're done. You never have to worry about polio again. If they come out with that kind of vaccine, great. But I don't think that's the expectation. I think this is going to be something that's going to be more akin to the flu vaccine, where it has a sizable effect on the population and does help contain it to some degree, but it's not ever gone, if that makes sense. Now again, I'm not an epidemiologist, guys. I don't have a degree in science. I'm just relaying things I've heard and read about, but that's my opinion on the matter. But it's a good question, Travis, because I know a lot of people are curious how that's going to work. So, Michelle Pro says, Matt, you are just as awesome as the awesome Sherry. Oh, you guys. Let's see here. Paul says her office looks better because her spouse helps out. Tell your wife. Okay, let's talk about things. Let's talk about things that are not going to get me sleeping on the couch tonight. Okay. Jay sure does a wonderful job, but she doesn't sing and do those wonderful accents. She doesn't do accents, but I think she does sing a little bit. And I'm sure she sings better than me. So. Anyway, G. Anderson is here. I'm thinking of booking with Royal Caribbean. Any advice for first-time Royal Caribbean cruises? Absolutely. Number one, you want to work with a travel agent. Best thing, whether you're brand new to cruising or not, work with a travel agent. Travel agent is someone who's going to cost you absolutely nothing extra to use, and they're going to provide you with a wealth of information. Like, if you have questions, you have questions you don't even know you have questions about yet. They're a great resource for that. Number 2, I would book a longer sailing, like a 7-night sailing. I think that's a great amount of time. The shorter sailings are just over like this. They're done with before you even know it. I wouldn't recommend it for that reason. And I would also book a cruise on an Oasis or Quantum class ship. That way, you get a good assortment of what activities, dining. It's the best mix of what Royal Caribbean has to offer. That's my recommendations. Now listen, G. Anderson, if you're saying, Matt, I'm going to book a 5-nighter on Brilliance of the Seas, I don't think it's a mistake. I'm just trying to give you, best practices, something like that. But do as much research as you can. By virtue of the fact you are here, G. Anderson, you're off to a great start. Also, check out RoyalCaribbeanBlog.com. Lots of more good information over there waiting for you. Yes, that is a shameless plug, but what can I say except you're welcome? So, Andy, you do wonderful accents? When? Jason says, I have a question. I love cruising. Well, then you were in the right place, my friend. Tony Diaz with the super chat. Tony, for this one time, I will let you sing, but only to Sherry. Oh, baby. All right. You ready, Sherry? Wait a minute. I'm legitimately just got, butterflies on my stomach right now. I'm, super boy, do I have butterflies on my stomach right now. Hold on a second. There's an Elvis song. Oh, gosh. Hold on a second, guys. This one goes out to the lovely lady in the Mazda Miata driving down I-5, 4, 1, something highway in California. Hang on. We're working on. Actually, I can't play this because I was gonna play music and then I realized, oh no, they'll kill me with the copyright. No, saying Tony asked me to sing. I have to do it. All right, Sherry. This one goes out to you. Wise men say only fools rush in, but I can't help going on a cruise with you. There you go. There's a little something for you. Isn't there a song called Sherry? Sherry, Sherry, baby, Sherry. Right? Oh, goodness. Kathleen going on Oasis of the Seas June 18th. Nice. Devere wants to know, do you lose control of your cruise when you book through a travel agent? No, I don't think it's a good characterization. You can't manage your reservation anymore on your own. You can't cancel the reservation. You can't change dates. You can't add people, which I think is fine. Let someone else deal with that. You can still do everything in the cruise planner. All the fun stuff is still there for you to do. You can still book shore excursions. You can still book drink packages, entertainment. You can do all the fun stuff. You can't add people or reprice, which is great because nobody wants to do that right there. So I always sing that song? No. I sing, Gigi. I sing You've Lost That Love and Feeling, right? This is what I always sing. I usually sing You never close your eyes anymore when I close the cabin door, and there's no tenderness when we go out on our balcony. You're trying hard not to show it, Sherry. But Sherry, I know it. You've lost that love and Royal Caribbean feeling. Whoa, that love and Royal Caribbean feeling. You've lost that love and Royal Caribbean feeling, and it's gone, gone, gone. Whoa. Sherry, baby, you used to cruise on Royal with me. But baby, you haven't gone on a cruise yet lately. Ba-boom. You've got a love that we don't find on Royal Caribbean every day. So don't stay away, baby. Anyway. You should sing Oh Sherry by Steve Perry. I think I've heard that song. I can't remember it off the top of my head right there, but Listen, Gigi says I sing that song all the time. I don't sing the Elvis song all the time. I sing that song all the time. Jeff Leonard, is it double points or 1 extra point in 21? 1 extra point, Jeff. So as an example, if you're in a standard room, it's double points, obviously, because you're getting 2. If you're in a suite, it's 3. If you're in a suite solo, then it's 4. But it's not double across the board, if that makes sense. I know that's what you're asking, right? So, congrats, you've broken the internet. That's what I'm here for, guys. Listen, Tony Diaz always is asking me to sing. GG with the super chat. Good job. Thanks for all you do. Crack me up on tonight. Makes up for lost karaoke on board. Nice. Well, I appreciate that. And Phil with the super chat with the mic drop, right? I need the mic drop right there. Sophie Burns, bless your heart. All right. That's it for me tonight, guys. We have hit the 1 hour mark. We've talked Royal Caribbean. We've answered a lot of questions. We've serenaded Sherry. I think we've hit every check mark for today's broadcast. I think we're good on that. So, really appreciate all of you guys hanging out with me here. It is a lot of fun spending some time hanging out, talking Royal Caribbean, singing a little bit. So I appreciate you guys being a part of the fun. And I see Brent Ferguson is here. Hello, Emma. Hello, Emma and baby Olivia. Welcome and goodbye. So, Spartans, is it good for 13-year-old kids on a cruise ship? Absolutely. If you're looking for more Royal Caribbean fun, news, information, advice, check out RoyalCaribbeanBlog.com. Plenty more Royal Caribbean everything waiting for you at RoyalCaribbeanBlog.com. Guys, have a great rest of your week. Stay safe out there, but do something fun. Maybe book another cruise. And we'll talk again very soon right here on YouTube. Bye, everybody.